Hello everyone, I'm sure you did not miss this particular video. That was what we did last upload. So today we're going to continue with our pattern, and of course we are going to probably be lasting this. You want to see the details of how to do this? Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Just press the notification bell. Also ensure you like before you leave this video. Yeah, please ensure you like this video before you leave. And I want you to know that my name is Odurole Mujibola. I want you to sit back and I'm gonna be right back. All right, so for the design, don't forget it's actually a Thongy slippers with a knot strap. So we are going to go ahead and make sure we have like 1.5 as our allowance, our lasting allowance, and this is going to come this way. This is 8 plus like 1.5, you understand. You can make it 1 inch is fine as well, but as a beginner I always encourage that you should be careful so that it will not be too small. So if it is 9.5 here, so it means my length will be 9.5. So I'm going to be using a width of 3 centimeters for that particular part. And now as you can see this, I've measured my 3 centimeters. This is 3 centimeters and my length is 9.5 inch. Now if you don't want to, maybe you want to work in inch, you can decide to check your 3 centimeters in inch. This is my 3 centimeters. Check what it is in inch. Is 1 inch 1.024. I don't know. One of the reasons I don't use inch is because of the calibration, because the next one is not 1.1. I mean, this next one to this is not 1.1, it's not 1.2. It's not like that. Many people calculate it like that, and that's why I don't want to disturb my students or, you know, mislead them. So if you're going to be working in centimeter, 9.5, fold it this way, and then just measure about 24 centimeter or 24.2 centimeter. Let's say 24 by 3 centimeters. So that's the measurement I actually took here. Now if you check the design, you'll find out that there is actually, it's like it's folded. So what you do is you are going to measure your 3 centimeter width twice, apply your contact cement adhesive, then fold this way. That's what you are going to do. Now for the strappy part, the one that we are actually going to be folding for the tongue, that also you can decide to actually make 3 centimeters. So what you will do is fold this way first. When you fold this way, fold this other part also that way. We'll go to that. Let's quickly fix this first. So it's dry now. I'm just going to go ahead and fold this way and place it on top of it. Now you can decide to also do this. You can decide to fold about 0.5 centimeter here, 0.5 centimeter here, then bring them, you know, together at this edge, especially if you don't want this edge to be showing, you understand. Just fold about 0.5 here, fold about 0.5 here, then bring it over themselves. The only reason you should do that is because you are intending to stitch. If you are not stitching, it's better for you to just go this way and leave it that way, because these two surfaces will bond properly, and then if you have folded it, this side will not bond properly with this other side of the leather. So please, I need you to note that if you are going to be stitching, go ahead and fold 0.5 is 0.5 and ensure that you add it to this particular width, which means this is going to be 3.5 and 3.5 centimeter and not 3 like I measured. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So we are going to bring it down this way, bring it down this way, and try to finish it up. So I think because of my pen, this is where I'm supposed to cut. So this is what I'm going to be having. Like I said, I'm still going to stitch this side despite the fact that I didn't fold the edges. I can decide to also leave it. I don't think there's any issue with that one. So we are already through with that part. So we're going to go ahead and mark the midpoint so that the folding process can be very easy for us. If you're just watching my channel for the first time, I hope you have subscribed. If you haven't, please click the subscribe button. It's totally free, and also click the notification bell. Those two those two actions will help you to always see my videos each time I actually upload one. So what I did here was just fold the two sides, and I'm going to begin to fold all over again. So it's not just going to be one fold, you understand. I've folded once, I'm now going to fold again because I'm going to be stitching those sides down. So if you don't want to stitch, you can just add a little glue and then hold it down. Make sure you don't add too much. If you're going to stitch, you can still add just a dot just to hold it down. Then you go ahead and stitch them. Then we can go ahead and lace our design. All right, for our lacing process, the first thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be measuring our 5 by 3.5. So for the tongue, so this is, you can see from here to here, this is 5. I don't want to use my pen anyhow because I want you to be able to see it, and this side is 3.5. But if you look at what I have right here, it's much more. So I'm going to try to adjust it, you understand, so that at least at the end of the day I can pick this part. So now with this, if I check this, it's 5. If I check this side, it's 3.5. So that's good enough for us. So what we will do is we are going to go ahead and punch. If you don't have this kind of a punch plier, you can get these ones. You can get this type. They have different shape. This one is round. You can get it. 2 millimeter is okay. Buy 2 millimeter, buy 1 millimeter. Two of them is all right for you as a beginner. So what am I going to do? So before I go ahead and punch, our design is like this. This is our strap. This is the Thongy part of our Thongy slippers. So I'm going to place it this way. You can see that this is my Forte smooth part, and then this is going to be this way. I'm now going to put it inside this way. So this is what we are going to be having. So don't forget, it's coming this way. You see what we have. This is moving like this, and they are all going inwards. So this is going here. So this one now is going to be the sole determinant of how you want to place what you are going to do to this particular one. So if it's going to be like this, it's going in this way. So that will be the sole determinant of how wide your opening will be. So let's go. Now this one, I'm not sure we'll be able to punch it because of the position, so I'm still going to use the other style or the other type. Just go ahead and use your punch to just punch. Make sure that the opening is not too wide, because if it's too wide, it might actually be too loose for that. Now it's not easy for me to put those straps because it's a bit thick, so I decided to cut halfway, just so that it can easily pass through that particular opening. So I'm using my plier to just pull it out gently, then arrange it on the shoe last properly. Now that we have inserted that, we are going to just go ahead and use it to position this back part. Please, I need you to know that if you do not have a shoe last, you can let the person you are making the footwear for. If it's your leg, sit down, sit on the floor. If it is that the most convenient position for you, sit, and then use your leg to do it like this. Don't do this way. If you do this way, the look is always different. Can you see? If you do it this way, let me remove it for you to see. You see what it's going to look like. Can you see what it will look like? If you want it like this, yes, you can do it like that. And if you want to do it otherwise, like this way, where you will draw it backward this way, like you are drawing it backward this way, you are not putting it like this, you are drawing it backward this way. That one too will grip a much more fuller part of the foot, you understand? So if I'm picking this part, I'm just going to place it this way. I don't know if you can see this. So with this, I can just turn over, ensure that both of them are at the same spot, this side and this side. Don't go and create something that one will be up here and the other one will be down here. No, most times all these kind of designs are meant to be at the same spot. And if it's going to be slight, this one should be the one a bit lower. This one should not be here, and the one inside should be down. So you are supposed to position it like this. Position this like this as well, then turn over just to check and be sure. So I'm going to temporarily hold it down, remove my shoe last, then check it out. Now you can see what this look like. Now if you want to cut the inner part, you are free, but for me, if not that this is compulsory, I won't be doing anything in the inner part of this particular design and material that I use. Now the jute material that I use to actually wrap it, you understand, is when you start tearing, if you are not careful, you find out that the clothing will start fraying. So you have to try as much as possible to avoid having to open it, because it's more like a woven fabric, you understand? So it's not something that you should do more of cutting the inner sole. It's much more better if you do this, you understand? It's always much more better. So I think this is very fine. And then you can also use this particular material when you want to welt. When you want to welt, you don't have to cut the inner, so it's going to pass by the side, and the welt is going to give it another beautiful look all around. So that also is a very good and perfect one. You can see what this look like. So what I'm just going to do is duplicate this there. And how do I do that? Place this back. If I'm okay with the back, I'm going to place it and align with this one. Then pick my pen and mark this side. Just mark it so that I will place the next one too at the same spot. I'm going to do the same thing here. Instead of using my shoe last to check again, the two of them will be at the same spot. Now this part, I'm going to pull it off, then place that one also, and then try to mark that side and punch it. Then I'm going to put all of them just together like you have right here. Like I said earlier, ensure that you are using the foot of the person you are working with. If you're a beginner or you are making this at home, you understand, you may not stitch like mine. Just follow the process of the gum application. When it comes to this one, follow the same process. Make sure you have the glue and hold it firmly. It will work perfectly well. At least so far so good. You can do this at home without having to stitch anything. You can do this at home. You can create this flip-flop. You can create it as an home wear. You can create it as a casual wear. And then at the end of the day, this is what we're going to be having. I'm going to definitely hold this down. I've not punched the other one, so I may not be doing that for now. You can see what it looks like. So this is what we're going to be having at the end of the day. So I'm going to still use my contact cement adhesive to do the bottoming process. This is EVA foam. This is also having, like properties of an EVA foam too. So that's the reason I'm going to be using EVA foam for the contact. That this particular OCI, I'm using OCI. That's the brand I'm using of the contact cement adhesive. I'm using OCI. So I'm going to apply it and then go to position it this way. All right. So now they are dry. I'm going to go ahead and then last them, bottom them rather. Give me Amabusa.
Huh? This hammer?
Yes.
Oh, okay. You don't like fire?
I can see what it looks like. Finally, finally, finally.
Mommy, mommy, mommy.
Alright, you can see what it finally looked like. I need you to know that in my next video, I'm going to be showing you as a beginner how you can use your feet to last in case you don't have a shoe last. So don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like this video so that others too can benefit and also learn as well. And I am Odurole Mojibala. I'm going to see you next time. Bye.